Right, there's been talks about this for quite a while now, but it looks like it's about to basically come to fruition now. But Rishi Sunak, the leader of the UK, is definitely going forward with banning disposable vapes in the UK. And this is a video from the BBC, which is going to be cancelled to begin with, but I thought I would explain why banning disposable vapes or regulating them is just completely stupid. So I thought I would play a video and do what I did with my previous video and just interrupt it and give facts rather than the absolute level of stupidity of what the UK government thinks will actually work. So let's get into this.
Here in the UK, Rishi Sunak has announced plans, or sorry, should I say he is to announce plans to ban the sale of disposable vapes across the country. The idea is to make the products less attractive to children, but manufacturers say that e-cigarettes can help people to quit smoking.
Now, the last statement there, they can help you to stop smoking. I agree with that to a degree itself, right? Can it help you stop smoking? Yes, but the way that I look at it is you're trading one insanely bad habit for just a normal bad habit. It's just a downgrade, but it's still bad for you. I did that myself to stop smoking, right? It did work, but vaping is not a healthy alternative. It's just a slightly healthier, but still bad for you. So I agree with that to a degree, but the whole idea of making it less attractive, they've tried this with actual tobacco and it's not worked, but I'll get into that later.
Here's our health editor, Hugh Pym.
The increase in underage vaping has caused increasing concern, with recent figures suggesting that 1 in 5 children have tried it. Head teachers have reported that some pupils have become addicted to nicotine. In a small number of cases, children have needed hospital treatment.
Right. Again, apparently, according to them, 20% of children in the UK are either A, trying vaping or actually are just full-time vaping, essentially. I say that like it's a career path, but what I would like to ask is, why is nobody looking at the bigger picture of why this is actually happening? Again, the fucking British mindset, and I absolutely beyond despise this, is, oh, there's a problem. Okay, can we just run to the government to sort this problem, which gives them more power over us? It just makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. Why are we wanting to run to the government, who the same people who run to the government are the ones ranting and raving on their Facebook, if not Twitter, going, oh, the government are so useless, they don't know what they're doing, it's full of morons, oh, get them out, reform UK, oh, we hate the government. But the second this stuff happens, they're, oh, big daddy government, can you please ban us, can you please stop these wars, or can you please stop people with right-wing ideology? It's just like the Nazis. Like, I don't fucking get this. I really don't. Also, if this is true that 20% of all children in the UK are either tried, if not like just outright vaping non-stop, where are the fucking parents? Like, I genuinely believe that 90% of the fucking problems we're facing today would be resolved if parents would pull a fucking finger out their arse and discipline their kids. Like, I don't get this. I really don't. Why does the government have to come in and resolve all of your issues because you failed as a fucking parent? And again, you wonder why the government's now getting such a power trip to the point here in Scotland that if parents misgender their fucking child, it's a 7-year prison sentence now, because we kept giving the government more and more and more power. And I'm sorry, if you ban this, kids will just get it elsewhere. Like, they just will. I'll go into a bit more later, as I've already said, but I just find this stupid.
Research quoted by the government shows that more than 2/3 of those between 11 and 17 who are vaping are using disposables. The environmental impact, with single-use e-cigarettes adding to waste, is another factor behind the ban announced today.
Do you know what I love about the BBC, right? Is they know how to pull on your little heartstrings, they really do. I know for a fucking fact that they've walked into a vape shop, bought the whole thing that you always get is 5 for £20, there's £6 for one, or 2 for £10, or 5 for £20 essentially. They've went in, bought 5, and that one lying on the floor right there with a little children's playground with the spine just out of focus, so it focuses on the vape. It's meant to pull on your heartstrings. Oh, look at these kids vaping. Oh no, it's like, That's been placed there by the fucking journalist or the reporter, whatever they like to call themselves. It's too perfectly placed. Like, yes, I'll admit, I see these lying about all over when I go out and about because so many people are now doing it, but it's the same with fags as well. Like, when people are done, they just flip their fag ends away. But I do see this, but I fucking know that one's been placed there, and it's just too, you know, picture perfect. It just is to pull on your little heartstring. Fuck off.
This is the Westminster government recognising the health and well-being of children by banning disposable vapes. Also recognises the environment's important to us, and this ban will help stop polluting the environment.
Right, there's two things the BBC will not stop harping about whatsoever. Any chance they've got to just rant and rave about this more than what even I would do with something on another topic. The two things the BBC will always do is moan about the environment, or the second one, it's not diverse enough. Now, this video isn't about diversity. I've already done videos on that, so let's fuck that off for a second. Anytime that they have to moan about the environment, the air pollution, you know, the whole waste that's been created, they will go down that path and use that to try and convince people that, oh, this one thing is so bad, oh, look at the pollution, look at this and that. I always say this and it pisses people off because they don't know how to argue back against me. China creates 71% of the Earth's pollution, right? Has anyone got the fucking balls to go over to China or to say to the Winnie the Pooh fucker, stop this? Like, we're trying to be healthy and cleaner for the planet and you're creating 71% of the pollution. Like, fuck, do they have the balls to do that whatsoever? Especially the fact that lots of our products come from China as well. So let's say, for example, by some miracle they go, okay, let's just stop all of this to clean up the planet. A lot of products are going to disappear from our shelves. So they don't have the balls to do that. They absolutely don't. And plus, like, fuck, anyone's going to tell China what the fuck to do. So even if we were to clean up 29% of the planet, like, it was just China polluting, it would not make a fucking difference. I'm sorry. Some situations in life are just unwinnable no matter what you do whatsoever. I know it's something, a hard pill to swallow. Not a lot of these people want to even admit to it, but yeah, so.
And it also leaves open opportunity for people who are using vapes to help their nicotine addiction to use them with the recyclable vaping devices.
The ban on...
I'm unsure they're all recyclable because there's tons of actual disposable vape recycling bins within shops, vape shops themselves, supermarkets, so on and so forth. But maybe they're not as recyclable as I am led to believe, but I'm sure they all are.
Disposable vapes is one measure which can be implemented using existing powers. For others, there'll be new legislation restricting flavours, introducing plain packaging and limiting displays in shops.
Right, this is where I'm definitely going to go full rant mode here. Restricting flavours, introducing plain packaging and limiting displays in shops. They fucking tried this with tobacco, like with rolling tobacco, cigarettes, cigarillos and cigars you can buy from any and every shop imaginable in the UK. And what they've done, I think this was in March of 2017, they also went after vaping because it was at that point in 2016-17 that it started skyrocketing in popularity. I remember because I was vaping back then. And what they did with tobacco, we'll start with that, is that they made it not possible for any tobacco brand to have their logos and their special fancy packaging on their cigarettes. They're now this horrible, disgusting brown colour, and in the most default Arial font imaginable, it just says Rothmans, Mayfair, or Windsor Blues. It's just cigarettes. It's just, they all look identical because that's now the law. They also put shutters on all tobacco kiosks inside supermarkets or just your local shops in the high street because they believe that if kids see them, they get attracted to them. Does anyone here watching this video think that any of this works whatsoever? I would imagine you're saying, no, it doesn't. And also, I think this was in March 2017 when this was introduced, so practically 7 years ago. They also doubled the price of cigarettes overnight to try and, you know, convince poor people not to smoke and to make better life choices. Again, I don't think that worked either. There's still tons of people smoking. Now, the vaping thing in March 2017, I hope I got my dates right. I think it was March 2017 when this was introduced. Any e-liquid bottle over 10mm or bigger was no longer allowed to have nicotine, and that was meant to kill off vaping in the UK. Did that work? No, because all vaping companies or shops went, okay, well, we've got 50ml bottles of e-liquid, we're not allowed to have nicotine in them when they're being sold. Well, here's a non-nicotine bottle of 50ml e-liquid, and here's just a 10 milliliter bottle of nicotine in liquid form. You just pour it in after your purchase, completely legal, and it's been like that still to this day. Everyone finds a way around it, and these things that the government think is, oh, if kids can't see all these tutti frutti packaging colours, then they'll be not interested in smoking. And I'm just like, it's just so fucking retarded, honestly, whatsoever. And again, going back to parents, I don't understand how this is happening with parents, right? Just allowing the kids and they're just running off to Big Daddy government to fix their issues. Like, if my mum caught me at 14 smoking, I fucking guarantee you, my mum would have ricocheted my fucking straw off of every wall, off of every ceiling, floor and door like a bouncy ball in a trampoline factory. She would have went Frank Castle on my arse the second she found out that I was smoking. Now, you think pissing off Jamaican mothers is bad? That is nothing compared to pissing off a Scottish mother. My God, that is a death sentence, and you don't even get your final meal. Mainly because Scottish single mums can't cook to save their fucking life. Here's your turkey twizzlers and your potato smiley faces. Bon appetit, you wee prick. Like, that's how it is here. If your mother or father here caught you smoking, you would have been dealt with on the spot, and the fear of God would have been put into you, and you would have never smoked again in your life. You never would. I remember once that I think I was 5 and my mum wouldn't buy me something, so I punched her in the face. Safe to say, I fucking learnt my lesson that day, and I have never punched anyone ever since that day out of just, I didn't get what I want. Like, you see all these like 18-year-olds now, like, I don't get what I want, so I just want to ruin everyone's life. I had that attitude when I was 5 and I didn't know better. I fucking now know better, right? Where are these parents disciplining their fucking kids? Like, where are they? I'm sorry. I believe if parents would actually man the fuck up and discipline their kids to put them back in place, then I would like to believe that most of the problems on this planet would not be happening right now. Because it seems to be parents not doing their job, and now the kids are adults and they're still acting like 5-year-olds because their parents were too scared to discipline their kids. I'm sorry, but... And again, something else I want to rant and rave on about as well is banning anything in any country just creates a black market for it. I mean, prohibition was probably the greatest example in history. They banned alcohol across all 50 states in America, and it created an absolute unfathomable shit show like we've never seen before, at least the Americans haven't seen before. Thousands upon thousands of people died during that. Dying warfare kept up at an over, hence why all the deaths. And that people who ended up dying due to bathtub alcohol getting made because it was beyond horrific moonshine style. And after about 10-ish years, I think it was, the government just finally went, okay, maybe we kind of fucked up here. Okay, alcohol is legal. And because it was getting regulated, because it was getting produced by professionals in a professional place where it was made to such a high quality, you could drink it again. In fact, little fun fact about prohibition is because the illegal alcohol that everyone was drinking in these speakeasies was so beyond disgusting because it was amateurs making it in their bathtub, you literally couldn't stomach the alcohol because the taste was so beyond disgusting that they started mixing it with fruit juices, hence why tutti frutti drinks now exist like cocktails. Well, there you go, a little fun fact for you. Anytime that you try and ban something, it just creates a black market for it. And if kids are going to go to these black market places where it's just some guy in their high school selling them, like that episode of South Park where Butters is a drug dealer, but actually just got tons of disposable vapes on them with different flavours, they will not be regulated. God knows what will be in that. And you think the damage they're doing to teenagers is bad now, just you wait until they go here. And then putting the tax on cigarettes to stop poor people from smoking did not work. Also, they taxed sugar to stop poor fat people from eating or consuming too much. That didn't work. In fact, the UK government even tried to put a tax on fucking pastries to just like people who go to Greggs, the bakers, too much, essentially. Did that work? Did that stop fat people from being fat? No, it did not. This does not work. It just fucking doesn't. I'm sorry. it is 100% up to the parents and their fucking responsibility to make sure and monitor what their kid is doing. And this whole idea of running off to the government to resolve your issues is the fucking... I hate this British mentality so much. Oh, fireworks are getting launched at police, let's try and ban them, which is going to fucking happen. Oh, someone shot up a school once, or just let's ban all guns so we can't defend ourselves. A lot of people like to say, also going on that topic, oh, you know, because guns were banned, look how many, you know, we don't really have gun crime over here. And I always turn around and say, yeah, but if we had guns, how many people's lives would be saved by people breaking in and killing them, or people just getting randomly stabbed in the street? Again, I just fucking despise this British mentality. Please ban this, it's a problem, we don't want to deal with it.
And in England,
sorry for the really long rant, but again, my name's Rant-A-holic, what else do you expect?
In Wales, there'll be powers to impose on-the-spot fines on retailers who sell to under 18s.
Anyone who sells alcohol or pornographic or tobacco or these disposable vapes, that's already a fine. I don't know what they're on about. Like, again, I've got a disposable vape in front of me, and again, it says it's got the circle with the 18 number with a line going through it as well. Like, if some 12-year-old walks into a vape shop and says, "Can I please have bubble gum?" they're going to tell him to fuck off. My local vape shop wouldn't fucking sell an underager. Like, again, so you're trying to tell me that you've not been punishing shops that have been selling to underagers, the ones that are maybe doing that? Like, again, should have been doing that to begin with. It's a smoking product, 18 plus.
Most of these plans will be put out to consultation, and implementation is unlikely till the end of this year at the earliest. The vaping industry has already made clear its objections.
The real concern here is that, yes, how do we ensure that the safety of these products only goes into the hands of adult smokers? But the concern around a ban, if that border enforcement or local trading standards money doesn't get to the right place, is this could really revert many smokers back to that killer, which is combustible cigarettes.
Health officials say that use of e-cigarettes is an effective method for smokers to give up their habit. There'll now be a debate over which flavours should be allowed after the changes and where the products should be placed in shops so children are deterred, but adults can still buy e-cigarettes if they need them. Hugh Pym.
Again, as I already mentioned, this whole idea of, oh, take it away from shop windows, in fact, take it away from display cabinets within the shop as well. If kids can't see it, or teenagers, or even adults, if they can't see it, oh, I'm no longer interested, I can't see the product in the shop, I'm just going to give up smoking or vaping. There we go, I'm cured, my lungs are now healing, I'm coughing up all this tar from years of smoking. There we go, the government... Like, does anyone believe this shit? It doesn't fucking work. It just fucking doesn't. Again, going back to it, if parents would literally smack this out of their fucking kids, they wouldn't do it. Again, why are we wanting someone else to clean up their mess? You're the mother and father, you fucking deal with it.
BBC News.
Yep, that's the end of the video right there. Yeah, again, do I like the idea of kids smoking, or, you know, teenagers of smoking tobacco or weed or even drugs or alcohol or vaping? No, don't do it, of course. It's very fucking stupid. Again, 1/5 of kids are apparently vaping now. I wonder if that's because even teenagers are starting to realise how fucking beyond fucked they are in the UK and how they've not got a future, because everything is designed to fucking push them into the ground and drill them through it at this point. There's nobody thinking about that. Maybe kids are so beyond overstressed because the situation in the world right now is absolutely beyond fucked like we've never really seen before. Maybe because kids are just so beyond stressed that they might be doing this. But again, nobody asked these questions as well. And again, as I keep saying, up to the parents, it's their fucking child, they take fucking responsibility. Every time we rush their way to the government, it gives them more power, more authority, and we just give up a little bit of a freedom for that whatsoever. And these are the same people who will go to the government, please ban this, please ban these words, please ban these phrases, please ban this YouTuber or, you know, channel. It's very, I don't want my kids seeing this, but they're the ones going, the government's full of horrible people, they're full of disgusting murderers, get them out, you know, ban the government, reform the UK, I don't like any of this, Rishi Sunak's a liar, Boris Johnson's a snake, Hamza Yusuf is an absolute monster. But the second they have these types of problems, rather than just dealing with it themselves, they just go, please help us, we know we hate you, but please help us. Like, it's just... Oh God, I'm sorry, but most British people are so retarded. Oh my God, I do not understand that. This again, this British mentality of one wee thing happens and okay, everyone has to lose their right to choose whether they want this in their life or not. I don't fucking understand it. I really fucking don't. But I'll wrap the video up there. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. If you could like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, it'd be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with what I said. I would love to hear from you. Check out my other videos like I Predicted Lesbian Nana 2 or the most controversial Doctor Who LGBT video ever made, or my most recent one as well. But yeah, thank you very much. If you want to go follow me on Twitter for even more spicier takes, you can find me at rant-A-holic, links in the description. But yeah, I'll let you go now. Sorry for the rants, but again, that's my name. But yeah, I love you all, and as always, keep on rolling. Have a great day and a better week to follow. See yous!